I managed to pick up a, well, half-ish of an RV that had a 12-valve Cummins for a mill, as well as an AT542 Allison 5-speed automatic behind it. What a treat. So, I have not, I mean, who knows the last time this thing ran, but it's a VE pump 12-valve. I did spin it a full revolution, so I'm confident it'll run. Gonna start by pulling that radiator off. The fan's up in the shroud. And then we'll go through it, make sure it's got oil in it, pull the intake off, make sure there's no rat's nest going into the turbo. Then we'll rig up a temporary fuel system and put power to that solenoid and power to the starter, and we'll see this thing pop off and run. Okay, we are ready to start cranking on this and bleeding the fuel system. Got a fuel supply all set up. Some quarter line into a jerry can to the lift pump. The return, I just cut it, and we'll return whatever dirty fuel is in the pump right back down into that oil pan. The oil pressure line, I just capped that one off. We'll know pretty quick if it has oil pressure or not. It'll be extra rattly, so check the oil level. It's got oil in it. We have, this is some harness, disregard the black wire, but we have a wire going to our fuel shutoff on the pump. And over here, I fucked around with this starter for a while, because just putting the jumper pack leads on it, it did not want to, it had a horrible ground. I ended up taking the starter out and bench testing it, and it tested fine on the bench. So then I decided to just take some really high quality Chinese positive terminal and just bolt it onto the wire that is actually going directly to the starter motor. And then for my ground, I had an old ground cable off of I don't know what that just cleaned it up and ran it right into one of the starter mounting bolts right there. And now she cranks with all the speed. I also deleted on all the belts to be sure that it wasn't a crusty pulley that was making this thing drag so much originally, but that wasn't the case. So we have our, it's like this harness is just a little too short, which kind of sucks, but we got our 12 volt to the shutoff solenoid. I don't know if you hear it clicking. Click, so I'm going to assume that's probably good. What else? Obviously, you have the turbo opened up. There's nothing there. The one other thing being that the torque converter is still bolted to the flex plate on this. I'm going to have to move the fuel system to show you. The oil cooler lines here, I ended up taking the cooler supply line off. Yeah, because that was this one. And then looping the cooler return to the supply and just bypassing this filter for now. Got some caps on there just because I'm probably going to end up reusing that filter head. But that way we're also not pissing transmission fluid all over the place. I think aside from that, that's really about it. Got our purple wire here that's obviously our starter solenoid. That's about it. Get you on the camera and we'll get to bleeding it. Or get you on the tripod rather. So we're ready to do some cranking. Loosened all the injector lines. down on the lift pump. Move that primer lever up and down several times to where we're actually pushing fuel out of the return right now. I already do have the shutoff solenoid energized. I have cylinder 2 injector already moving fuel. Sometimes when these are on there a long time, even though you loosen the line nut, the line sticks in the injector body. So you just go around with your hammer and give them a good whack, and they'll usually pop free. A good wiggle. Make sure we're all loose. And let her turn a bit until we start getting some fuel out of there. Oh. Don't want that one over there. Wow, I think this thing's actually going to pop really fast. Fortunately, because of my battery location, we are probably going to take a diesel shower, but luckily it's a scent that I enjoy. So any of those that are moving fuel now, we'll tighten those lines up. Now, being that I have multiple cylinders that have already bled out, I may try to just fire right off. Actually, all of them are. Okay, well, then what we'll do when it does kick off, we'll go back through, crack each one individually. Oh, come on. All right, let's make some noise. She's on chooch. Oh yeah. Drive shaft's moving, that ain't good. Thought that was new trellis. Well, it didn't try to jump out of there, so it must be. Still just spinning the gear, but the little stub of that shaft got hung up, so yeah, whatever. I do have these wires right on the exhaust. Unfortunately, that positive really tight, so that's not ideal. All right, we got them moved off there, kinda, and I want to give her the beans, so. You ready? See how she restarts. Well, that is definitely not neutral. She was doing jumping things. Could the opposite direction be neutral? Or park, rather? I guess let's find out. I don't know. Run out of fuel. My tank fell over, which wasn't ideal. We might have sucked some air back in it because this tank's not very full. Not a whole lot going on in it. Let's crack them one more time. Okay. Take whatever number we're on. I mean, I don't want to run it real long, being there's no coolant or fan or anything, but, and I also don't know 100% that it has good oil pressure, but yeah. Come on, guy. Just sucking too much air. Well, I think it pulled it way out of it, actually. Oh, sometimes. A guy could just go over the transfer tank on the back of his pickup and fill up the jerry can, but nah. Where's the fun in that? She should run. We've got plenty of fuels. Come on, cheech on back. Yeah, we're sucking air. Well, it runs. Transmission's doing all kinds of weird stuff. I got to figure out neutral. I did go ahead and pull cylinder 6 valve cover, which this is the same valve cover I pulled earlier today, just to check how the top end looked. And it was spotless, perfectly dry, no oil or anything. Popped it again to see if we were getting oiled, and there's definitely a pool of dirty old dinosaur oil right there. So I'd say the oil pump is definitely doing pumping things, so that's good. We got oil down on top of the valves. We're looking good. So I'm gonna fill this jerry can up, and I decided, rather than dicking around with that shifter trying to find park or neutral, I'm going to go ahead and just unbolt that little section of drive shaft from the yoke and let the yoke spin. Who cares? Because I want to rev this thing. So now that I know we're getting oiled, and as soon as we add fuel, it'll run. So let me unbolt this, fill up my jerry can, and we'll fire it up, bleed it yet again, and let her eat. Set back up. I got the fuel system filled up and got the section drive shaft removed. Should be ready to bleed. It may, I don't know, there may not have a lot of air in it. We'll see. Our fuel system can't keep up with that 1/4 inch line, I think. Give it another go. Almost seems like that line pulled out. We got fuel till right in here somewhere, so. It did pull out. Dang it. Dang it. I'd like to give it one good wrap of the throttle. Oh, don't light off yet. Hold up. Trying to be a 1-cylinder Cummins. Cool. Yeah, I'm just making a mess. This power steering crap, I don't know how it still got fluid in there. Whatever. I got a floor dry under it, so ignore my stunned dog barking at someone a mile down the road, but cool. Well, that'll work for a new mill, huh? Sounds good. On that note, I'm going to go take care of the stunned dog barking at the passerby. I do appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed the video and enjoy my content, be sure to smash that like button. Share, subscribe if you're not already, and catch you on the next one.